What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? Happy Thursday, man. We just saw that candle close. I am going to wait a while to get people in the chat and see what is going on. And we're going to test my mic, make sure everything is going good, make sure everything is going healthy. Then I'm going to tweet out real quick and let people know that I am live, okay? So give me a second. I'm going to turn the music back up, and I'm going to tweet everybody and let us know that we are live and see who we got going in here tonight. In the chat, go ahead and write who you are, where you're from, and one good thing about your day, and then we can get this party started. I'll be right back. All right. How are you guys doing today? Did you have an okay day today? I know things were insane. I know things were nuts. But it's just one of those days in the candle close, man. How was your guys' day going? Talk to me. Tell me your name. I want to know how your day's going. Was it insane? Shout out to Ricky Martin. So who we got here? I see bullish underscore on XRP. What is going on, my friend? How are you doing today? We're going to give people a chance to go ahead and jump in here on this Thursday night as we talk XRP. John Geese, what's going on, brother? Canada, eh? How you doing, my friend? Did you see that interview today? I had a new interview today where I actually interviewed. Let me see where I can find it real quick and let this load. I interviewed right here Bala Hamoud, who runs the NDAX exchange out of Canada. So if you check that interview out, we had a great interview. The link is right there on the description or in my Twitter at New Creation Cap, and you can find it right there. It was an amazing interview. I really enjoyed it. If you have watched it, let me know what you think. Let me know if you liked it or not. And don't forget, when you get in here today, so let me know one good thing about your day, because we had some nasty candles today. We had some nasty candles today. It was a red day in the cryptocurrency space. And so with the red candles, we want to talk positivity and let me know what is going on with you. We will dive into some of the charts here in a little bit. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Christian Israel, and you are tuned into the New Creation Capital podcast, Christ and Crypto live stream. This is the place where we discuss what happens in the world today, the stock markets, and yes, digital assets, where we go one, we go all. This is a new you, a new future, and a new creation, guys. Welcome. I am glad to have you guys here. And if you're not sure what we're going to talk about, guys, I don't even think I uploaded what we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about the last mile today. XRP, Brad Garlinghouse speaks. And I'm going to see if I can upload an image without shutting this whole thing down. So right now I'm going to click. You're going to hear some clicking, and I'm going to upload an image while we are on here. This is very gutsy of me because the computer system likes to shut down. So if I slow down just a little bit, do not be afraid. I will be right back and everything is okay. We're still okay. We're still okay. We're still okay. Transitioning. We are still okay. Live stream did not drop. Live stream did not drop. This is what we're talking about today. Christ in Crypto Part 4B. Brad Garlinghouse speaks, and we are going to go over that, guys. So I promise you this is going to be a great show because a lot of things happened today, and one of the things that happened today was Red Day. Red Day, Red Day, Red Day. We had a red candle day. Not too bad. We hit $9,997 last night on Bitcoin, and we are currently at 9,200, a little less than a 10% drop, I believe. I'm sorry, not a 10% drop, like a 7% drop. Let me see real quick. Let me get my percentage calculator out and see what kind of drop we had today. We had, oh yeah, around 10%, 9% drop. We had a 9% drop today, so it wasn't too bad. How are you guys doing? I still need to see one good thing about your day. You guys have to write in the chat to me one good thing about your day. And then, you know what? This is important. This is important. This is important. You guys need to tell me one good thing about your day. I'm not playing with you. One good thing about your day. I don't care what it is that you woke up, that you breathed. What did Christ give you today that made you a happy man? So, or girl, or woman, tell me one good thing about your day, okay? One good thing about your day. Got it? Got it? Good. Okay, so let's see here. John Giz says, what's up from Canada? Peter Chung from rural Nevada. What's up, Peter Chung? How are you doing, brother? John Giz says he likes the exchange. The exchange was popping. I enjoy the exchange. Have you used it? Have you signed up already yet, John? Let me know. Chris Perez, still pondering whether or not to order an XRP shirt. Okay, hold on. You know what? Let me grab mine real quick. Where's mine at? Where's mine at? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me grab mine real quick just so you can see it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Boom. There it is. Let me get it in a camera. Can you see it? XRP shirt right there. Got mine. Gonna put it on when we get to $1. When we get to $1. I will get there. I will get there. How are you guys doing anyway? Let's see here. John Giz says, I think I need a Cardano t-shirt. Yeah, I think I might get one too. A Cardano t-shirt is something I might get. I'm going to get that maybe a live, some other type of shirt as well. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that was Bitcoin today. It dropped that. Then we had XRP today drop a little bit too, just from 20 cents to 21 point. What? We're at 18.7 right now. I know this looks insane, but I had to zoom in to see what is going on. And it looks like we had some rejections here off the 0.618, came down, hung out between these two powerful points here from previous points, and then we finally broke down. And now we're hanging out in this area. So right now we are in in-between area, so I am curious what is going to go on. I am not sure yet. John Giss says, did not sign up yet. I'm on 8 exchanges. Going crazy with you. Oh, why do you have 8 exchanges, John? Why do you have 8 exchanges, my friend? Why do you have 8 exchanges? That is a lot of exchanges. So, speaking of today, I need to give some love real quick. I need to give love to the digital asset investor. If you guys, let me show. If you guys are not following his channel yet, this is his channel right here. He's got 70,000 subscribers. That is right, 70,000 subscribers. To put that in context, right now, you guys hanging out with me, we've got 422. You are in it early. You have bought the dip. All right? But the reason I point him out, he's got 70,000 subscribers, is because he keeps giving New Creation Capital love, and I just want to give him love. So I know there's like 7, 8, 9, 10 of us in the chat, however many people are in this chat. I just want to say Thank you to him, and I appreciate him. I appreciate him. So while you're here, please make sure you hit that like button. Like if you like Digital Asset Investor. Go give him a shout out. Let him know that New Creation Capital Christian Israel sent him, and we say thank you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you probably are. If you're here right now, you are probably a subscriber. So thank you for subscribing. Also, I have put a whole bunch of different links in the description now of my videos that can get you free money, me free money, without you having to trade or anything of that nature. It's stuff like free shares. If you sign up for Robinhood and I sign up for, or you sign up for Robinhood with my link, we both get a free share. I use my free share to buy some MoneyGram, which is currently down 20%. But I bought MoneyGram anyway with my one free share. Okay, and then I've got stuff in there for the index exchange there that you get free $10, and I think some Coinbase, the same thing. What else do I got? I got the Pi miner thing down there, so we can mine some Pi together. That is free. You get free Pi. I think I've got almost 500 Pi now, which is awesome. Hey, shout out for the likes. Thank you very much. And so I put those links down there because I know I got a lot of new people that pay attention. So these are some of the exchange and things that I personally use. I don't make money. I mean, I make as much money as you do when you click on it. So we're kind of one and the same. So I just, I don't have a monetized channel or anything like that yet. So just a way to try to make some, side income. So I appreciate you guys as we trade in this volatile time. So shout out to the new creation. Oh, that is me. Shout out to Digital Asset Investor for that. Also shout out to the Working Money channel and the Bearable Bull and Capital Venture. These are four of the big players in the space, and they are all giving New Creation Capital some love, and that is because of you guys. So I thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything you do, helping me with this channel, helping me grow this channel, and just being here in the beginning, because by this time next year, guys, where are we going to be? We're going to have our moon boots on. And speaking of our moon boots, this is what we're going to talk about today, man. Brad Garlinghouse remarks at Ripple Q1 2020 virtual all-hands meeting. We got other stories that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about that the blockchain was born 20 years before Bitcoin, okay? This is big because this kind of goes along with the story that we've been putting in and talking about. So when we go into that, we're also going to talk about the fact that PolySign, yes, PolySign, the PolySign, has actually filed for their Form D, the notice of exempt of offering securities. It has been filed on June 9th. This is a big deal. June 9th, this was filed, okay? So we're going to go into why that is a big deal. We're also going to talk about institutional adoption for digital assets poised for prime time. This is an article written by FinTech News Switzerland and all these things and what is going on in this space. All right, we're also going to talk about the fact that a European bank uses stablecoin instead of SWIFT for cross-border transfers. We're going to say, is that bad for XRP or is this good for XRP? And of course, we're going to talk about the Coinbase pump and some of the coins that I did research on recently, where they are at right now, and Coinbase possibly listing them. But today, the big news, guys, is we talked about this meeting right here that took place today, the Task Force on Financial Technology, which held a virtual hearing today. It was titled Inclusive Banking During a Pandemic, Using Fed Counts and Digital Tools to Improve Delivery of Stimulus Payments. Of course, you can see it was held today. It was held today at 12 o'clock. So we're going to talk about that. Okay? So, and I got some videos here that I will go ahead and play for you just so you can see them. And this is what I put up. So just some little highlights. And I think it's important for what we are talking about. So question for you. As we wait for people to get in, I know it's a Thursday and things are going crazy. So we may or may, last live stream, we had a whole bunch. So we'll see what happens today on the Thursday. I know I had one last night. Question for you. Here's my question. Do you prefer to see me and have a stream where I'm talking to you like this? My Siri just kicked on. Or would you just rather not? For me, it doesn't really matter to me. Obviously, I do interviews already, so you see my face, but I just don't really think you care about my face on the live stream. So you let me know. In the meantime, we'll kick it and we'll keep it going, okay? So obviously my technology is working better. My audio is working better. So we're just going to keep things moving and shaking. So today's meeting, okay, today's meeting is at New Creation Cap, as I posted. I'm reading my own Twitter like a silly goose. It says, from today's meeting, what type of tech do you believe at Tom Emer is talking about here? Listen for yourself. Can you smell it? XRP is waiting in the wings. I can. Okay, so here's what he has to say, and let me get it going.
Digital current. Appreciate and look forward to our. Let's see. The conversation today stands to be very insightful on two topics: the ways the federal government.
All right, here we go. Now I got that unmuted. Let me mute my mic and let's go.
Today stands to be very insightful on two topics: the ways the federal government can better utilize technology to increase efficiency and delivery of government services, and the concept of a centrally backed digital currency. I appreciate and look forward to our witnesses' thoughts on these subjects. 2 months ago, I led a letter along with my colleague Darren Soto urging the Treasury to take additional steps to leverage all that American ingenuity, entrepreneurship, and innovation has to offer. As co-chairs of the Blockchain Caucus, we've been diving deep on all the technology and what it has to offer. It could help to serve both topics of this hearing I mentioned previously. In addition, a wide array of technologies could help the Treasury distribute the remaining stimulus payments that have not been distributed yet. And I urge them and each agency to consider new technologies that could help the agencies operate more efficiently and more quickly. Let's see, the conversation today.
So I'm going to do my best because every time I hit play, we're getting some crazy overload. So I'm hoping my computer doesn't on itself and let me know. So I'm trying to see, is this chat updated, man? Let's see here. Let's see what's going on in my chat. How we guys doing? Okay, so he basically says, this is a guy that's running, he's a ranking member. He's basically in charge of the Task Force on Financial Technology. They are moving towards a cashless society, and let me follow him real quick, and he's going to continue to talk about that here. So let me go ahead and hit play so you can hear him continue to talk. The next thing is talking about the use of cash will diminish. Let's take a listen.
In fact, cash is a public payments infrastructure available to all citizens without any need for permission. Currently, cash works solely by the bearer of the instrument. As the economy moves increasingly online, the use of cash will diminish. In fact, cash is a public payments infrastructure available to all citizens without any need for permission. Currently, cash works solely by the bearer of the instrument. As the economy moves increasingly, will diminish. To engage in electronic commerce, citizens need an intermediary in most cases, including many cryptocurrencies. To be a truly permissionless digital cash, however, a digital dollar must have the same attributes as physical cash. Anything less would simply create a new intermediary, and it could even be one offered by the government in competition with private financial institutions. It is American values will diminish. To engage.
So what do you think there? I got a question for you. So there's a couple of things we just heard out of these, okay? We've got possibly moving to digital currencies, okay? Moving to a digital dollar of some sort, and the fact that cash will diminish. The use of cash will diminish. So saying, here's our making our argument to say, well, we don't know if this is going to work or not. And then he says, there's good things to have digital dollar and digital cash with private entities, but we could use digital cash to be offered by the government. So what do you think? Is that a good thing for the government to be controlling our money? Now, we already know where this is going. I 100% know that this is going towards them doing a centralized Fed accounts, and we're going to get into that in a second, of where everything is controlled by the government. So they can basically, quote unquote, for our protection to stop money laundering, right? That's kind of the gist there. And we'll see if that's true. But what do you guys think? Maybe you got me on right now and just listening. Just let me know in the chat. I'll give some time and we'll continue to move on. I just like to know. I still don't know what the best part of your day is. I still need to know the best part of your day. What is the best part of your day? One good thing. All right, let's see what else we've got to say here. This guy here, by the way, is the considered the crypto dad, Chris Garnalo. Okay, Chris Garnicarlo. Giacarlo. I cannot say his last name. I'm horrible with these things. CG. Anyway, this is Crypto Dad, okay? This is Crypto Dad. And so he here talks about that we see the financial system sucks, basically. He's also in charge of the digital dollar project. So he's trying to get us a digital dollar. And this was part of the meeting that took place today. Again, for those who don't know, this took place today and they live streamed the whole thing. So I took parts and I cut it off. Let's listen here.
Three observations from my time in public service. First, much of America's physical infrastructure, its bridges or tunnels or airports that were once state of the art in the last century, as we've all seen, have been allowed to age, deteriorate, and become obsolete in this century. Well, the same is true about some of our financial infrastructure. Methods of payment and settlement, shareholder and proxy voting, and investor access and disclosure that were once state of the art in the 20th century are showing age and limitations in this new 21st century. And nothing reveals the limits of our accounts-based financial system more starkly than the current COVID-19 pandemic, when tens of millions of Americans are waiting a month or more to receive relief payments by paper check. Algorithms. And my third observation after the first two is that unless we act, this coming wave of innovation will put enormous strain on our aged financial systems. This task force is reviewing several ideas for digital dollar electronic cash payments. They look at digital dollars in terms of benefits distribution and financial inclusion through existing accounts-based systems. Well, today I would like to discuss with you a far more fundamental digital dollar proposed recently by the Digital Dollar Project. It's a US central bank digital currency, or CBDC as it's known. This type of digital dollar would be a new additional form of money. It would be a digital bearer instrument with the same legal status as the dollars in one's purse, but on a mobile device. It would operate alongside existing forms of money, distributed through the existing two-tier banking system, open to new entrants, and potentially recorded by distributed ledger technology. This type of CBDC would increase financial inclusion by broadening access to services through digital wallets on smartphones. And it would enable the sending of COVID relief immediately to the electronic wallets of underbanked populations and expand their ability to access financial services and to use e-commerce platforms that do not accept physical cash. Yet this type of digital dollar is about more than financial inclusion in a crisis. Today, most of the world's tradable commodities and contracts are priced in US dollars. Tomorrow, they will be digitized, tokenized, and coupled with algorithmically driven smart contracts.
So that is a big deal. Okay, so here's what he talked about. I'm gonna ramp it up because I know a lot of people watch this after we stream. So I'm just gonna speak to you. If you got questions, write in the chat and let me know, and I will jump on in with you. Okay. So this guy, Crypto Dad, basically talks about unless we act, this strain that we have on right now during a current pandemic and crisis will basically crush our aged financial system. Remember, words mean things. You hear Trump talking about a 40-year-old system. Now we here have Chris GC, right, talking about it being aged as well. And here's where we're going to move. He's pushing a digital dollar through a central banking digital currency, okay? And he says something that can be in a woman's purse. I assume he means her purse because guys don't carry purses or normally don't. Maybe some of you guys do. Not judging, I promise. Do what makes you happy, all right? But referring to that, it can be on your mobile device, a digital wallet, and your money on your phone, which you already have. And the fact that it'll be ran by distributed ledger technology. And that's the key there. Distributed ledger technology. Whenever you hear that, I think of four current cryptocurrencies out there have distributed ledger technology, okay? You let me know which one you think. You got XRP, distributed ledger technology. You've got XLM, distributed ledger technology. You got Hedera Hashgraph, distributed ledger technology. Then you got IOTA, which is also on distributed ledger technology. There might be others, but I don't know them right now. As of right now, this is what I know. This is what I see. And if I'm going to guess, he is referring to XRP. That's what I believe personally. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe. But then we've talked about this before, right, guys? Because he's just literally they're going down this bill. They're going down this bill right here. This is the bill that they are going down, okay? This is the bill. It says discussion draft, and this is what was talked about today. So, what do you think? What do you think? Because here we go. Faster stimulus payments and Fed accounts. He just talked about faster stimulus payments, right? That is what I cannot say his name, just talked about, okay? Faster stimulus payments. Now, the next guy I'm going to play for you, okay, here, who is Morgan Ricks, he is he is a law professor at Vanderbilt, okay? He is a law professor at Vanderbilt, and he specifically talks about Fed accounts, okay? So that's what this bill is. I'm just putting two and two together for you real quick, and then we'll continue to move on. In about 30 minutes, I will get to Brad Garlinghouse, okay? But we're going to lead up to some of the news that is going on right now, which I think is important. I don't even know why. I might even go through this again tomorrow in my actual stream. I don't know yet. Or maybe I'll take tomorrow off, or I'll maybe go live tomorrow. Maybe I'll just go live tomorrow morning and talk with people. I think that's what I will do. I will go live early in the morning and do our Friday information about what is going on. There's just so much information. Maybe on Fridays, I'll do morning live streams instead. That actually sounds like a good idea. What do you guys think? Morning live streams every Friday morning? Like 8 o'clock, start your day, or 7 o'clock. Maybe 7 o'clock and start your day with the live stream with me. I think that's what I'll do. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know. Anyway, Fed account. And so this is basically what he's going to read right here. The term Fed account. Okay, so let's hear what the guy who actually wrote this up says it is.
To address these shortcomings. Fed accounts would improve the delivery of relief payments to American households during crises, and they would offer an array of other transformative benefits as well. So what are Fed accounts? Fed accounts are digital dollar balances maintained on the books of the Federal Reserve. It's important to understand that the Fed already offers digital dollar accounts to a small favored set of clients. These accounts are called reserve balances, dollar balances maintained as ledger entries on the Fed's electronic books. The Fed's digital dollar accounts are highly attractive, offering instant payments, higher interest than ordinary bank accounts, and full government backing, no matter how large the balance, with no need for deposit insurance. But these accounts are currently restricted to an exclusive clientele consisting of banks, certain other large financial institutions, and governmental entities. What this means is that the Fed currently issues two types of money. First, it issues paper dollars. This is an open access resource available to all. Second, it issues digital dollars. This resource is restricted to a small number of privileged financial institutions. This creates a striking asymmetry at the core of our monetary framework, and Congress should do away with it. Specifically, Congress should direct the Fed to give the general public, individuals, businesses, and institutions, the option to hold digital dollar accounts at the central bank. Under the version of the proposal that I and my co-authors have described, Fed accounts would offer all the functionality of ordinary bank accounts with the exception of overdraft coverage. They would come with debit cards, for example, and they would support online bill pay. But the Fed would charge no fees and would not impose any minimum balance requirements. Moreover, the Fed could partner with the U.S. Postal Service to serve as a ubiquitous, ready-made physical branch network for these accounts. The Fed account program would transform digital dollars into an open access resource, a form of public infrastructure, just like the paper dollars that the Fed issues. And this would offer a range of major public policy benefits. First,
so there's your information about Fed accounts. Literally, this is what he says. The Fed accounts means to pass through a central bank. Using a member bank, they're going to probably pay you by your tax identification number, passing through the Secretary of the Treasury. You'll also get possibly a debit card. This is also qualified for individuals of $2,000 a month for 18 and older. If you're under 18, you're going to get $1,000. Remember, this was $1,200 and $500 before, based on your income. etc., etc., etc. So they're really talking about paying everybody. This is where this is going. This is where this is going. I don't know. What do you think? Talk to me. Tell me your name. You know you're going to drive me insane. I know you guys come from the singing. So let me know what you think. What you think. What do you think? Okay, so again, we're going to get to this. We are going to get to this. This is going to be the end of the stream. You know we kick it. We come kick it. Let me know. If you just want me to jump right in, talk to me. If not, I'm a guy in his room talking to you because can't go to any offices yet. So I'm hanging out. Speaking of, where you guys at? Is anybody in Texas? I want to know if you're in Texas. Are you a Southwesterner? Let me know. Okay, so Coinbase. Coinbase continues to explore support for new digital assets. So, you know we got the Coinbase pump. You know it's coming. The Coinbase pump is real. It is absolutely real. And this is it right here. This is the Coinbase pump. We're talking. Now, I hope you're ready. Write these things down. Write these things down because these are the things to put in your bags. Not all of them. Do your research, but we've talked about some on this channel. We've got Aave, Argon, Airwave, Bondcore, Comp, Digibyte, Horizon, LivePeer, NewCipher, Numerae, Keep Network, Origin Protocol, Render Network, Siacoin, Scale Network, Synthetics, and VeChain. Obviously, I'm bullish on VeChain. I am also bullish on Ren. I am also bullish-ish on Siacoin. Siacoin's been making some moves, but I don't have any Siacoin. But I have two things in this block, and that is VeChain, and I'm trying to get my hands on some Ren. But I just did a video on VeChain. Like I just did a video on VeChain right here. It's at almost 1,999 views. We are going to get, what is this, man? 99 views, 99 views, 999 views. Is that like the stop point? Like, can't get an even number, can't get an even number. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you for sure. But I just did something on VeChain, man, why I loaded my bags. I also talked about that on MCO. And Chainlink. We're in a correction right now, but I think we're going to be in a good place. I also talked about WBTC and MakerDAO right before it went on its big pump. Like literally 2 days later, after I did episode 59, Maker popped. I'm talking like 90%, something crazy like that, from like $300, $400 to $700. Insane. I mean, really, 400 to 700 to me, it doesn't really matter how much the token is worth. It's the ROI to me, right? So Bitcoin can be worth $9,000 and XRP can be worth a penny for all I care. If XRP goes to 2 cents and Bitcoin goes to 9,500, I'm happier that I got XRP because I got 100% return versus a 50% return. We're talking ROIs, guys. I'm not really caring about the total price of a coin. I'm caring about the ROI that we can get. And that's why I've talked about the tokens that I have talked about to you. And it is to let you do your own research and things that you can see. And man, when we talked about Cardano, do you remember that? It pumped like 80% right after I talked about Cardano. So this is a show that I dig for you so you can do, so you don't have to do as much research, but you can just do a little bit, okay? So here is another thing, man. Now, the question is this good or is this bad for XRP? Now, here's the article. European bank uses stablecoin instead of SWIFT for cross-border payments. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What do you think? Oh no, did my stream drop? I hope my stream didn't drop. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. I moved. I'm just going to make sure we didn't drop. Let's see here. Yeah, we're still good. It just had a little reset there. I don't know why that does that sometimes. Okay. We're still good. We're still good. We're still good. Let's keep it going. So, Chris says, do you still have BAT in your bags? Doesn't excite me as much these days. Man, yes, I do still have BAT in my bags. I will go ahead and show you my bags real quick. Again, this is not financial advice, guys. This is just what I'm doing. I'm just showing you what I do. I don't want to lose any licenses I may or may not have to be in this space. So, okay, so today is just an ugly day. Today is an ugly day, but let's just say disclaimer: all content. Okay, so this is my bags right here. Let me see. Let me show you right. Here we go. Here's my bags: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Tezos, Crypto.com, Chainlink, Stellar, VeChain, Basic Attention Token, Digibyte, Hedera Hashgraph, and Matic. Those are my bags, Chris, right there. So, as it doesn't excite you as much, is that because the news that you're hearing? You know, some of this little news going around, people want to talk about BAT scamming this, scamming that. I don't know, man. I think I saw BAT hit, what, 15 cents, maybe 8 cents. I think BAT hit 8 cents at some point. Let me look. I mean, that was like recently. I think it was recently. Let me look. I'll look for you. I'm going to look for you. This is for you, Chris. Let's check it out. Here we go. 12 cents. Now we're going to go 180 days. Where'd it hit? Okay, no, it was 11 cents that it hit was the bottom. So 11 cents and we're sitting at 21 and we were just at 25. This thing has gone up 100%, Chris. So I don't know, my friend, what excites you, but 90% ROI during a bear market excites me. So obviously we need a correction. We're correcting right back to where we're supposed to. I think this correction should go to 21 cents exactly, and we are sitting at 21.8. And any lower, we're looking at 20 cents. 20 cents is the next stop based on what I see in this market movement here. And this is obviously a line chart. Let's go candle so I can get a little bit better here. So, you know, is this going to load for me? Probably not. I'll let it load. But over 30 days, I mean, over the year it's down. Over 30 days it's up 6.5%. The high in this past 90 days is sitting around 30 cents. And I was in it at 30 cents and I sold, got back into it around 14, 15 cents, somewhere in there. And now I'm sitting at 21 cents. So, you know, not so bad. I mean, everything's retracing. It's not, I say this, man. I like to hold my bags in a cyclical situation. So what does that mean? Based on the cycles of the bull and bear market is how I hold my bags. Everything I have right now, I will probably hold until next September or October, somewhere between August, September, October. I'm looking at the highs of this market peak then. Okay? Then. So that's what I am looking at. That is my thought process there. Chosen_1 says, please do not put XRP and VeChain in the same sentence. Hey, man, you know, they're actually two completely different types of technology. So I don't know why I can't put them in the same sentence. But you know what? I don't want no smoke. Chosen one. But you can't do this. You can't make a statement like that in the chat and not tell me why you don't want VeChain and XRP in the same sentence. Let's see. Maybe I need to read the chat a little bit more. Chris says, compared to VeChain and XRP, not as exciting. Yeah, okay. BAT is not as exciting as the two, but BAT's got a different utility, right? They're focused on privacy for your browser. BAT is focused on privacy for your browser. VeChain is more about connecting all the utility in those markets and kind of letting everything know where everything's moving, right? So I think VeChain just had the headache, the Briar pain in China. They're a big thing with the pharmaceutical companies. VeChain's actually doing some crazy big deals right now. I think they're also with Walmart, chain of custody in general. The XRP is kind of about creating on-demand liquidity. They're trying to create, be almost possibly some type of global reserve currency, if that's how it turns out, right? To move money, to focus on the money that's in the Nostro Vostro accounts of banks and money remittances. So as they try to move those things, you got something focusing on privacy for your website, BAT. You got things working on connecting everything so we know the chain of custody and actual movement of supplies with VeChain. And then XRP is about on-demand liquidity and moving money. So they're all slightly different things. But this goes back to my thing, speaking of on-demand liquidity. Here in Europe, Bank Frick, one of Europe's leading blockchain banks, ditched SWIFT. That's a positive. They got rid of Swift. But for Circle's USDC stablecoin, that, my friends, I wonder how that's going to look, because, yeah, Circle runs on the Ethereum, what is it, ERC20 token or something along those lines. I'm not too familiar. Ethereum, I suck at. I'm going to be honest with you. Ethereum, I'm still really trying to learn some Ethereum, how to use token sets and all these other ones. I definitely want to get an Ethereum, especially with the 32.5 Ethereum to stake when ETH 2.0 gets out. I really need to learn about Ethereum. How many people really know about Ethereum in this chat? I feel like the whole crypto space is moving towards Ethereum. MakerDAO with the wrap Bitcoin, that's why that is booming there. I mean, there's something going on and I need to learn. Anyway, they are moving to use the USD stablecoin. Now, the fact that they're using for a USD stablecoin, this tells me one thing. Well, this tells me not one thing. This lets me hint at something, right? And what I feel like it's hinting at is this is a test for America's USDC. Because that's United States digital currency, right? Like, so is this the test that they're going to use in Europe, right? They're going to figure out how to use it? And that's my question here, because this is in Liechtenstein. Right? We know Liechtenstein is where things happen. Liechtenstein, right? So, what do you guys think, man? Do you think we're going to move to the stable coin? I mean, we just talked about this, right, in the Fed accounts. So this could possibly be a test for that. That's what I think it's a possibility of. Let's see here. Chosen One says, I like Ethereum. ETH are not meeting the deadlines. There's no such thing as real deadlines in tech. I'm sorry. There's not, because if you launch something and it's not correct, it's going to crash, right? But what you see there is you see Bitcoin moving on the Ethereum blockchain right now. Like, you see it moving. And I don't remember, hey, does anybody know RC20 token website? Does anybody know what that, not utility scan, there's a this might be it right here. I might have got lucky. And it might be Etherscan. So here's some of the things that are built on the Ether thing, but this is not what I'm looking for, right? But here's MakerDAO right here is number 7th overall. You got stablecoin, Tether. You got the BNB coin. Here's the Chainlink token. You got Leo, which is supposed to be, I think, some kind of, I thought Leo was a possible stablecoin. I could be wrong about that, because it's at $1.24, so it is not a stable coin. Then you got Huobi's token, which is also you got Bitfinex. These must be what's the word? Exchange tokens. An exchange token, an exchange token, an exchange token. Then, of course, Chainlink, Tether up here with crazy volume. Here's USDC coin, right? Here's VeChain, Maker. Looks like Hedge, Crypto.com is also on here. Crow, which is pumping. Here's something, INO. I don't know much about INO. You guys let me know what you think. Here's BAT. Speaking of, there's BAT right there. OKB, which is Digital Asset Exchange. There's ZIL. We know ZIL has been, I know it's down 10% today, but it's up like 150% over the last week and a half. Paxos, that's been moving pretty good. OMG, Kyber Network, Synthetic. Wow, actually, now that I look at here, let me bookmark this. I need to bookmark this. This was an accident getting here, because let's click that under research. Done. Because here's why. Because all of these tokens, most of these right here, have been really crazy pumping, except the stable coins. Okay? These have been pumping. Today has been a red day. Again, today is a red day. Today is a red day, so don't judge. But the candle close looks like we held and got some confirmation at 93. And here, my friends, my yellow box is caution. My yellow box is caution. My red box is sell. My green box is buy. That is right now. Outside of those zones, I'm leaving it alone. So right now, this could still go either way. But we have wicked straight down to a high confluence area where we've got multiple, I do mean multiple, Fibonacci's from different retraces fitting right across that line. Is exactly where we found our support today at 9,100. And now we're currently at 93. So when I come across something like this, I guess we'll see. This is interesting, but I'm still looking for another one. What's my favorite coin, period, chosen one? Like, period. Because you know I'm I'm long term here, man. I'm long term here. Long term, I'm talking. Long term, I'm talking XRP. But are we just talking about coin period right now? Like, what am I hot for in this moment? What makes me want to take my girl out on a date right now? Is that what we're asking? Like, what just made me some serious money? Is that what you want to know? So I need to learn about this token mint. I'm completely going another direction. This might be tomorrow's podcast. I'm gonna talk about Ethereum and the world tomorrow, and we're just gonna research. And I want people to help me figure out Ethereum here. So anyway, before I go, there. So here's the next thing. By the way, speaking of adoption in Ethereum blockchain, this actually moves me right in. Okay, chosen one, you said yes, my friend. Hold on. Chosen one. Let's have a talk, brother. Let's have a talk. Okay, you said, my friend, yes. I asked you two questions. I asked you, do you want it to be are you asking for my token long term, right? Or are you asking for my token right now that makes me want to take my girl on a date? Okay? Give me a more specific answer there. Does that sound good? Okay, let's continue. Okay, here we go. So, okay, so chosen one, long term, like 5 years. Yeah, man, we're talking long term for me is 2025. Short term for me is till 2021. Okay, short term, year and under. Long term, 1 year to 5 years. That's what I am looking at. That is what I am looking at. Okay, John Giss says Cardano similar to Ethereum. Meeting deadlines will do really well. Okay, John Giss, you think Cardano and Ethereum, you're on the side of ADA thinking it's the same as Ethereum, huh? You need to expand on that statement, my friend. John Gies, you have to expand on that statement because you know, this is a research-based channel. We don't just make statements out there without backing it up here. I'm going to hold you guys accountable. And what I mean by that is when we make statements here, you got to back it up, man. Bring your research to the party. Help us all grow. Help me grow. So when you say Cardano, because you know I've dug into it, is similar to Ethereum and meeting deadlines and will do really well, what do you mean by that? Because the Shelly launch was put off for 4 or 5 months. It did not meet any deadlines, and it's supposed to come out in July or late June, early July. So the Shelly launch, will it come out on time is the question. So John Gies, let me know. Let me know, my friend. Let me know. All love. You are a brother in Christ. I love you. But here is a research channel. This is Christ in Crypto. We keep it real. Christ is real. Christ is above all. And is the beginning, the end was and is to come. The bread of life, the resurrection, and all the other I am statements, right? God is good. And I just had to go on a little I love Christ rant. Okay, chosen one. 5 years is XRP. Short term, I'm short term, I'm kind of hoping Ethereum does its thing. I'm thinking Ethereum might hit 9K minimum. Okay, 9K minimum this bull run. I think Ethereum has a chance to hit 20K this bull run. Tomorrow I'll do TA and talk about that, okay? And then I'm thinking about really loading my bags with even more than I already have. I'm really considering loading my bags with ADA, we talk about Ethereum. I'm thinking about buying some more of that. And then, VeChain. I was like, I can't remember what the other one is. VeChain. Okay, that's what I think. Do I think everyone should have Bitcoin? Why are you putting me on the spot like that, brother? You're giving me tough questions today. I think Bitcoin, I think we should have it now because you can make some money off of it, right? And if we're in this space, you need a place where your money is going to be safer at the time being if you're watching it, right? And right now, Bitcoin can move 3% and all the other tokens for the most part move 6 to 7% in a direction. So it's hard to know, do I own Bitcoin? Yes, I own Bitcoin. Do I have my clients own some Bitcoin as a part of their portfolio. Yes, depending how much money they invest, right? How much money is in their growth account, is in their investment account, is in the crypto fund account. Depending on that, I evenly split it up. So I've got some clients that 2% of their portfolio is Bitcoin, and I've got some clients where 75% of their portfolio is Bitcoin. And then I have another client, multiple other clients, not a lot, that 100% of their portfolio is Bitcoin, right? So I think it's what fits the amount of investment that you have and what you're looking to get out of an investment. I think that's important, right? I try not to have all my clients in one asset, but if you are just have a little bit and you're trying to go somewhere and you don't want to risk a high gamble, Bitcoin is the least riskiest gamble for a shorter amount of money, right? I think we all know that. So I think it depends on how much money, but I'm 100% about diversifying your funds. And speaking of diversifying your funds, let me see if I can find that whole, here we go, this whole ecosystem. This is the landscape right now for the digital asset ecosystem. Look at this, guys. This is insane. I love it. I love it. I want some more of it. Let me zoom that in for you. Okay? Look here. We got liquidity providers. You got primetime broker trade accounts, exchanges, investment banks, investment funds are in here. There are capital in there. Maybe one day, New Creation Capital will be up there sometime, someday in the world of BlackRock. Probably not, though, because I think I'd have to make a lot of personal sacrifices to get there that I will not do. So then you have, let's see, you got the data providers, Massaria, which I use, CoinMarketCap, you got Coinbase. I mean, you got Tether over here on the token platform issuers, Bitbond, which I know about, Securitize, which I'm comfortable with, Trust Token, Blockstate, and I mean, we got Tether. I'm just not comfortable with my money in Tether. I am not comfortable with my money in Tether. You want to know a secret? I put my money in either fiat, which when I'm cracking, I literally put it in fiat, or I put it in USDC. I actually put it in this coin. I actually put it in USDC. I'm more comfortable there. If I can avoid it at all cost, I am avoiding putting my money in, putting my money in Tether. I just feel like any point in time, Tether could just go and be done. But when that happens, I feel like Bitcoin then crashes. To me, Tether is Finance 1.0 inside of Finance 2.0. So really, Tether's like Finance 1.5 in there. So what do I think of Theta? Theta. I don't know much about this project. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people, 50-50 here on the day, though. I don't know much about this. Is this a project I should know? Is this a project I should know? Maybe I should know it. Maybe I should know it. It's number 39 on the market cap. All-time low was 4 cents this year. The all-time low was this year. So this must be a newer coin. This must be a newer coin. Yeah, it's newer. Actually, it broke out past its resistance here. It looks like the average spot there, that resistance was 30 cents. It broke through here, had a nice pop, came down, and then rejected again off that 30%. Ooh, nice volume here. This is max. It's not too bad. As far as I'm looking at just strictly here, I have to look more into it, though. I don't know much about it. Let me look at market cap, 204 million. So it's got a chance to pop because it's a low market cap. I wonder if this is the real trading volume, 29 million. So it's trading at 10% of, is that 10%? 10% of 204. Yeah, a low, so 13% of the overall market cap is trading on it, and I think that had a lot to do with today of it dropping 4 cents today. Yeah, I mean, not too bad. I don't know. Why do you ask? Let's see here. What do you say? It says, what do you think? Google bought 5 million Theta. Oh, well, that should tell us something. When was this? Today? It says circulating supply of 1 billion coins, max supply of 1 billion. So they got a max cap. Binance is currently the most active marketing trader on it in order to explore the address. Yeah, I'll have to look into this here. The beginning started December 14th, so right at the end of the last bull run. I mean, of course, we're going to see some selling now on the indicators. That doesn't surprise me at all because today is a sell day. It's a popular. Let's see here. Let's go. You know what? Let me click. I'm curious. We're talking Christ and crypto, man. I'm probably going to talk about Brad Garlinghouse more tomorrow. So we're talking Christ and crypto. Let's just go where we guys want to go. So Theta introducing Guardian Notes 2.0. Oh, it's a gaming. This looks like a gaming joint. Next generation video delivery powered by you, a streaming service token. Oh, well, look at this. Okay. You got Windows, Mac, Linux, Google, Binance, blockchain, Gummy in the news. Oh, Theta. Look at that. Okay. Look at that. Shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. I wish I could give you a thumbs up or something on here. Can I give this guy a thumbs up? Is it going to let me? No. It does not let me do that yet. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Maybe. I'm still trying to figure out, because I'm still so new with this, that I don't get as many little fun interaction tools yet. Once I hit 1,000 followers or subscribers on my YouTube channel, then they let us do all the fun stuff. So right now, I can't do any of the fun stuff. It doesn't let me, so I will try. There we go. I think I got something to you. Anyway, I'm gonna look into this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna right there, boom. Theta token in the research tab. Gonna check that out later. Just like token mint, boom. We're gonna throw that in the research too. We are all about it. So speaking of, and we saw that. Speaking of, this is a big deal, guys. As we get closer to the Brad Garlinghouse, chimney chaminy talkity, right? Poli-sci is what digital asset investor likes to do. He likes to whisper it. Poli-sci makes me laugh. Anyway, poli-sci. What is poli-sci? Okay, what is poli-sci? You guys should know what poli-sci is. Poli-sci is a custody chain of custody for digital assets. Now, here's what's important. Look who is on the board. Here's who started this. Jack McDonald, who's the CEO founder. Legends of the industry is what he's under. If you are in finance, you know about Jack McDonald. He is a legend, okay? Then you got Tim Keeney, who is a legend in the banking business and the custody banking business with Bank of New York Mellon. He is on here as the vice chairman. Jack McDonald, the CEO, vice chairman. Then, of course, we got David Schwartz, a.k.a. Joey Katz, right? CTO and chief cryptographer. Of course, he's with Ripple Labs, man. He co-designed the XRP ledger. If you don't know David Schwartz, you don't know XRP. Now, you might not know Antoinette O'Gorman, but she also was the CCO, Chief Communications Officer at Ripple Labs. Okay, that's what she used to do. Now she's over here. Then Arthur Brito, the ultimate anonymous of all the anonymouses, balling. $330 billion in assets in 5 years. That's what he took Ripple from. Balling. And he's done a whole bunch of other stuff. Arthur Brito, I feel like, is the owner of the Falcons or something. Because that guy's name is Arthur, right? I don't know what the Falcons owner's last name is, but I feel like Arthur Brittle might be the owner of the Falcons. And that's the football team in the States, Atlanta Falcons, for those who do not know. Anyway, poli-sci is officially SEC offering securities. Notice of exempt offering of securities. There's Arthur Brittle again. I know he lives in Oakland, California. All right. Then you got Jack McDonald here. Boom. Then you got David Schwartz. Boom. Then you got Timothy Keady. Boom. But then you got somebody else here. You got Nara Mehta. And, you know, I'm not really sure off the top of my head who that is. So, let's see. I'm saying a company that catalyzes consciousness. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to look into this more tomorrow. I'm going to look more at that tomorrow because I need to go down that. But consciousness? Maybe if I type crypto. Fireside chat. Okay. There we go. But it's the same guy. Huh. We're going to look into that. That's interesting to me. That's a fun little thing. Then we got Ding Chung, and we'll look into him too. Then we got Sherry Porter. Then you got Fred Wagner. Okay? These are executive officer, director. So this is interesting because these guys, my friends, are not mentioned on the poli-sci website. They're not mentioned. So here it is. They are not mentioned. So we just found a discovery. I think that was a discovery because I definitely went over that later. You know, since that was a discovery, I think I want to dance. Let's dance just a little bit. Oh. Dance. Shout out to the discovery. All right, so party that. Let's move on. So blockchain was born 20 years before Bitcoin. I'm going to dive into this tomorrow. Okay? I just wanted to share it with you. I'm definitely 100% diving into this tomorrow. Okay? Because we're talking about Ethereum and blockchain and where everything's going, this will be tomorrow. I think I'm going to live stream. You guys still haven't told me, should I live stream tomorrow? Maybe I'll ask the cronies. I'll ask the cronies. See if they think, you know, because I think I got a lot of people who sleep in the morning, or maybe they're awake in the morning. I don't know. What do you guys think? You down for a live stream tomorrow morning on Friday morning live streams? All right. It is 8:02 Big Texas time. This guy here is Brad Garlinghouse. Have you guys got a chance to watch this yet? So you know there's been a lot of heat recently. And I actually broke the piece on my live stream on Monday about CME and stay in the course. So if you were in the live stream Monday, you saw that when we talked about stay in the course. This is the result of that. 4 days later. Today's Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No, 3.5 days later. This is what he comes out with. But he's not even talking to us. He's actually talking to their virtual call. But all hands meeting, which means everybody involved. And I think it's interesting. So we're going to dive into this video now. You guys up for it? Let's see what happens here.
Hi everyone, welcome to Q1 All Hands. This is obviously a first in doing it all virtually, but I will start off by saying, as almost a reminder, you all are truly our priority above all else. Your health, your safety, it's been, I think, something that we've tried to take very seriously here, and really have been inspired by the team and what I have seen happening, and really just living the Ripple values. I'm extremely appreciative for this team and all the kind of productivity I have seen and the kind of positive energy and the helping each other out. So with that kind of intro, I will say, Q1 definitely surprised us. It surprised me. I don't think we ever could have imagined the impact on our personal lives. But I also want to spend some time today talking about what it means for our industry, what it means for Ripple, and even kind of the macroeconomic outlook. It's unbelievable to me. If you go back in time to the global financial crisis, sometimes called the GFC, unemployment filings over 18 months of what is considered that recession totaled 15 million unemployment filings. We've been, in this pandemic experience, and there's been 30 million in 6 to 8 weeks versus 18 months or 15 million, 30 million unemployment filings. That's just in the US. So I, by no means, am trying to be the Grim Reaper and describing, what I think all of us are feeling. But I do think there's some examples where it's going to get worse before it gets better. If you look at the unemployment filings, and the government obviously is trying to react.
So he said something real quick there before he jumps in this. We all know it's going to get worse before it's going to get better. Okay? So listen to what he has to say. What I want you to do as you watch this presentation now, okay? And I'm going to leave it up to you because I've watched it and I'm sure you've seen it somewhere, somehow now. Well, as you write, type in the chat what you hear. Or if you're watching this later in the stream on another day, write in the comments what questions you have, okay? So I need you to interact here and write the questions that you have here. Type it out or write in the comments. I'm going to let this play, and as questions pop up, I will pause it, okay? All right, let's keep going.
Aggressively to address that. Here's a headline from a couple weeks ago. I think the government stimulus now stands at about $3 trillion here in the United States alone. I expect it's going to continue to grow. And I think that, while probably necessary to prevent an even more significant macroeconomic calamity, it definitely is going to have an impact on the future. And I think I believe, result in the debasement of fiat currencies. And you are seeing that in some emerging markets already, where the exchange rates have started to shift. But even here in the United States, it's a real factor. One visualization of this, and in history, looking back, is on the next slide, is something we saw happen in the Weimar Republic, which was what we now call Germany after World War I, where they printed money to, frankly, fund the war effort, and that resulted in massive inflation after World War I.
Okay, so I totally lied and said I wasn't going to stop. But that picture that we just saw there, by the way, this is what they brought money to buy bread. Now, I think this is specifically interesting here, mainly because in Venezuela, they're doing the same right now. And this is after ultimate amount of printing money to get through a war, some type of war, right? A war on virus, a war on, I don't know, racism or whatever other wars America's going to make up on itself, right? But here is a real war. And so now they're taking boatloads of money to buy bread. Okay? All right. I'll try not to stop it, I promise. And I'm sorry, I know everything is skipping and dropping frames right now, and I'm not sure why it is doing these things. I apologize for that, and I appreciate you guys, your patience for the crazy stream dropping right now. So let's continue this video.
And that resulted in massive inflation after World War I. In 1923, people literally, as this visual shows you, were carrying wheelbarrows full of printed Deutschmarks in order to buy a loaf of bread. I'm not that bleak of an outlook about the US dollar, but I do believe it would be disingenuous not to acknowledge that what's happening here right now will certainly have an impact over the coming years. And, we won't see it just kind of go away quickly, because the things we're doing now will have second and third order effects. So, what does this mean for Ripple? What does this mean for us? Look, in some ways, I'm very optimistic that we're going to be able to weather this storm very successfully. We are being very focused on how do we make the right decisions for Ripple. And some of the decisions we'll share with you today is, for example, we're going to be much more thoughtful about hiring. We are continuing to hire. I think even in the last few weeks, we've added 10 or 15 people. But our forecast for the end of the year, we've gone from expecting about 575 employees to expecting to end the year about 515, which is still adding about 60 positions between now and the end of the year. So keep that in mind. One of the things I will also talk about kind of as we get things started is, as I
Okay, so as we break these things down, I can see that the stream is breaking up over there. First off, are you guys doing okay? How are you doing? I need to make sure you guys are doing okay. And so much the reason I say it is that as I'm talking, I turn my fan and my air conditioner off so it doesn't blow in the mic and be very, very loud. So when I do pause this and hit play, I turn it back on and try to cool myself off. I found myself after I did a Zoom yesterday with Sarson's Funds interns. I think they're from Purdue and from Notre Dame, a group of really smart kids. If you are listening to this, guys, shout out to you. I really enjoyed doing it. I taught them guys basic trading yesterday, and we did Fibonacci retracement and kind of just showing how we can trade specifically off of that. But I don't know, I'll tell you how crazy this is right now. My computer is not doing much right now, but it's using up 40% of its CPU holding this up. So I don't know if something is in the background that is running, and I don't know that it's running, but it is at 54% right now. So um, I will do my best to continue to play this. Do you guys mind if it's choppy or not? You let me know. I feel like this week I've just been having some crazy technical issues, man, with my things. And I don't know why that is, but it happens, I guess, right? It happens. It happens. So I am going to, I guess, continue this off and hope this doesn't drop too bad. And let me know what you guys think. I'll play it. I'm probably going to go all over this all again tomorrow, and hopefully we have a better chance. All right, here we go.
was talking about the kind of debasement of currencies. When we saw in the global financial crisis, kind of 2008, 2010, depending on what time scale you want to use, you saw a lot of new deficit spending and inflationary dynamics. And that was very positive for gold. As you see in this chart, gold was up about 100% over the years after the global financial crisis. And I think you're going to see crypto play a role like digital gold. And there's some data to support that as well. So the next slide talks about some specific examples that where crypto as digital gold is kind of gaining momentum. It's also important to remember that Bitcoin was born in the wake of that global financial crisis of 2008, 2009. Gold has been a safe haven asset in lots of ways. It did drop during the beginning of the 2008 liquidity crisis, but then you saw it make a big run. And I think we're going to see a similar trajectory and similar opportunity around the crypto market overall. I think you're going to see kind of a basket of cryptos, which I also think creates a de-risk situation. On the next slide, this is kind of already started to play out. The S&P 500 year to date is down about 10%. Gold is up about 12%. The total crypto market is up more than 25%. You're seeing Bitcoin has led that rally, but I also think you're going to continue to see dynamics which are good for, as you've heard me say before, if it's good for crypto, it's good for Ripple. On the next slide here, we are going to continue to focus on how do we use XRP as a really effective tool for payments. In this slide, we're comparing XRP's performance, scalability, and energy consumption to Bitcoin. And one of the things I think we will hear more about in 2020 is the sustainability. XRP really has been the greenest of digital assets. It's just shocking to me that we haven't heard more attention around the impact of the energy consumption of Bitcoin and Ether. there's some news earlier this year talking about, one Bitcoin transaction is the equivalent of almost 1 month's energy consumption of a U.S. household. And the energy consumption.
Do you see this? Isn't this insane? I think it might have been DAI talk about how when people put these two screenshots next to each other, you put this next to each other. It's crazy that he's directly comparing XRP to Bitcoin here. And he's probably thinking, what is wrong with these institutions? Look at that. 3 seconds versus 500 seconds to settle. Transaction, a half of a cent, or 2/100ths of a cent, 55 cents per transaction. And that's at a low point. XRP, 1,500 transactions per second. And now this to me is what blows my mind. 3 transactions per second. 3 transactions per second, Bitcoin? Jiminy Christmas. And then XRP doesn't even do energy consumption. You can't even measure it because it doesn't have any really. It runs on nodes. And then 1% of global energy consumption. That will be the downfall of Bitcoin. That right there will be the downfall of Bitcoin. What do you think about that? Let's continue.
Is negligible. We clearly are seeing the lockdown, the kind of shelter in place dynamics have a big impact on cash first remittance companies. So if you're unable to go to a physical store, then obviously you should expect that to go down. But we've also seen significant increases in digital first players. I think various public companies have shared decreases of 30 to 40% in their cash centric business, but we've seen increases of 80 to 100% in those that are kind of digital first, and that obviously has been very good. Now, I'll be clear. I don't think cash services are going to go away tomorrow. I think we're going to see them diversify, and more will happen digitally, and I generally think that's good for us. I think you're seeing central banks more than ever thinking about how digital assets could be used. That also is good for us as we work with some of the central banks around the world. On the next slide, it's worth spending a minute in understanding how I think that you're going to see another wave of correspondent banks de-risking. So internally, I think everyone understands well, one of the key things that we are solving through on-demand liquidity is the mitigating the need to pre-fund, and for correspondent banks to be able to facilitate payments without some of that pre-funding. We saw in 2008, there really was a first wave of correspondent banks changing they limited access to money transmitters and remittance providers, resulted in slower, more expensive payments in some of the traditional networks. But it definitely sparked a big boom in digital remittances. And I think what we will see happen now is banks are going to reassess the cost of being in some of these markets where the overhead, both in terms of cost of capital, but also the overhead in terms of compliance costs. And I think they'll reassess that and decide what they want to change. Remittances are relatively small volumes for some of the biggest correspondent banks. And I think we're going to see another wave of that de-risking, which, again, as I said, I think is opportunity for Ripple. One manifestation of that is that I think it has helped the product market fit of some of our core products. So we have always had the tip of our spear target customers that are digital first. I think the value proposition of on-demand liquidity, as I was just describing, or as we call it, ODL, only increases. This is a quote from one of our current customers, describing ODL as a lifeline, given their own liquidity dynamics. The other thing that's been interesting to watch as we went through some of the volatility over the last handful of weeks is you saw in mid-March some really dramatic volatility in the Philippine peso, where actually some of our customers, the only way they were able to get liquidity into and out of the Philippines was through ODL. We certainly did have strong momentum as we kind of finished up Q1. Just to give you a couple data points, we saw about an 85% increase in volume across RippleNet between Q4 and Q1. That's obviously really, really good, despite kind of ending March with a slowdown in growth. Specific to our on-demand liquidity, there was a 190% increase from Q4 to Q1. So we saw some of our big customers, a player in Thailand, go live. It's driving a lot of volume. We had forecasted 20 new contracts. We ended up signing 28 new production contracts in the quarter. And so despite the dynamics of the pandemic, we were able to finish the quarter on a strong note. It's certainly not lost upon me that, and I don't think, frankly, many people in the crypto community, that the majority of the Bitcoin mining power is in China. And particularly when we see the dynamics going on in the COVID world we're living in, those dynamics are only going to get more accentuated, I think, during the balance of 2020. And I think it's important for really the globe to understand that Bitcoin mining power today is controlled in China, and what are the implications of that as we look at many governments around the world taking a very strong stance about Huawei and the build out of 5G mobile networks. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I do think a priority for us throughout Q2 and really the balance of 2020 will be to continue to push to get more clarity, frankly, not just for XRP and all of the participants in the XRP ecosystem, but really for crypto more broadly. Moving to the next slide, look, there's no question that a lot of uncertainty remains. And I think this downturn will separate the wheat from the chaff. This is an expression from my roots, having grown up in Kansas. Our top priority will continue to be all of you, to make sure that we do whatever we can to make sure people are safe. But it's also to press our advantage. I use the word prudently here because we're in a really strong position from a balance sheet point of view. We're in a strong position in terms of customer momentum, activity on the network. And so really, really pleased to see what's going on both at Ripple and frankly across all the different activity in the XRP ecosystem. And then finally, we have been, I think, successful because we have been very focused on our key priorities, and that has served us well. And I want to make sure we continue to do that. Last slide, just to wrap up here. Look, our biggest priority really is you all. I have been really, it's been an honor to be the CEO of this company in this crazy time because you all have certainly risen to the occasion and lived so many of our values represented by Legos. I think in a global distributed team, we are very fortunate to have those strong kind of cultural kind of stakes in the ground and to continue to build and preserve that. But I can't wait to get back to the office and see you all in person and continue to build the company and build the internet of value. I don't think this is the 2020 that any of us asked for or certainly expected, but I could not be more proud of this team and the momentum we've continued to build as we executed in Q1.
Well, thanks, Brad. I appreciate you too, my friend. So what do you guys think? I think that's interesting. I think Brad had some good points there, and we see that there was still some things to be done. We're not where we want to be yet, but I think we will get there. I think as far as XRP, we'll get there. And what else are we going to have here? So Ty Whitvolt said, getting ready to open my first crypto account. Any thoughts on best platform to get started? All right, first question for you, Ty, is where are you from? Where are you from, Ty? I think that will have a lot to deal with what is the best one for you. Peanut Butter Jelly Manifesto. What's up, brother? I love the name. I automatically started thinking, it's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, and a baseball bat. So you guys remember, I don't know how old you are, but that was, 15, 16, 17 years ago. So I think I was somewhere late college years when that song came out, maybe. Late college years. So anyway, Chicago. Ty Whitvolt is from Chicago. So what's up, Chi-Town? How's Chicago doing up there anyway, brother? How is Chicago treating you? Ty, if you're going to use Kraken is a good one. I'm not somebody who's going to push something like a VPN on you. I don't think you should use a VPN. I don't think it's something. Personally, I'm a guy who wants to keep everything straight and use the things we're supposed to do, and not use things we're not supposed to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you got Kraken. Obviously, by choice, it can be Coinbase. If you choose to do Coinbase as well, I think that is definitely a possibility for you. There's nothing wrong with doing Coinbase. What else? What else can you use? MCO, you can use it in a sense. There's a link in the description. There's a link in the description, by the way, for Coinbase, and a link in the description for MCO. Are you using a VPN? I guess that's my question to you. That's my question. Are you using a VPN? I just wanted to check real quick. There's the Bitcoin price, 93.14. It might be time for me. This is held after the daily. I think I'm going to actually get into a trade. I am ready to get into a trade. It is now holding. I will not do the trade live streaming because I'd have to log in to do that trade. But I think it's about that time. I was trying to see if 9,300 was going to hold. It seemed like we got a bounce off 9,100, and it is holding. All right, so Ty, you're not using a VPN, then I would go Kraken. That's something that you can use here in America, in Illinois. What else can you use in Illinois? I don't think Binance.us. I don't think you can use that in Illinois. So you're stuck with Coinbase or Kraken. Possibly Gemini. Try Gemini. I've never traded on Gemini. Try Gemini. That could be possible. Are you trying to trade, or are you just trying to buy crypto? What are you trying to do? Let's see here. Let me reload that live stream button there. All right, what else we got going here? Let's reload. Let's see what's going on the Twitter. I've pretty much got everything for you guys today. For the most part, that's what it is. Danny, I didn't know you were here, man. It says, Daniel, it says, the emphasis that I took away from Brad's video is that Ripple seems to be the only option when it all fails. You own digital gold. Absolutely. Bang, 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 boom. You own digital gold. Man, I'm gonna screenshot that. That was great. That was a great. I'm gonna screenshot that, and then I'm going to boom. I'm going to save that to photos. That was a great statement. I love it. I just feel like this is a wave of the future I would like to buy and trade. Well, Ty, what I would suggest first to you, brother, is click on the link in the description that is for the Telegram group. Okay, you'll see that in the description. You can join the Telegram group there, and then I do Zoom calls on Sundays and Wednesdays now. I will no longer do Friday night Zoom calls. I'm just exhausted by the time we do Friday night, so I will not do Friday night Zoom calls unless someone wants to set up a private one-on-one. For the most part, though, Sunday and Wednesday night, we do Zoom calls where I'll help people and teach people how to trade. And I don't charge, so you don't have to pay. I'm not trying to make you pay anything. Absolutely free. Specifically right now, it's just part of building the community, man. I'm trying to build the community as we go and just help people. So one day we might have 40 people in the Zoom. Another day might be 3. So, no one's obligated financially to be there. So if you don't have time, don't come. If no one comes, we don't do it. So jump in the Telegram group, man. That's the best place to be. We'll do the bear wave at you and go from there. If you would like to buy and trade, Coinbase is a good start, man. That's how I started in 2017. I downloaded the Coinbase app. Like I said, there's a link in the description for the Coinbase app. You and I both get $10 right off the bat. Buy $10 of XRP with that $10 or something, and then make your first purchase depending on. Now, one advice I will give you, this is financial advice, what I'm going to say to you right now. Do not put more money into crypto that you're not willing to lose. This is not a guaranteed space. It is the future. We're all here, but this is still a market. When you have a market, that means you can have losses, okay? So please be careful in this space. The number one thing you want in this space is capital. The longer you have capital, the longer you can be here, okay? That's what I got to say to you. Welcome, Ty Voet. I think I just crushed that. Also, you need to be 18 or older to be in all these exchanges. I don't know who I have in here, but 18 or older, including the Zoom calls, 18 or older to be on the Zoom calls. I feel like I should say that because the space, we're in an internet space. I'm going to make sure everyone understands. 18 or older for all these things. Content that I speak of, all included, is not for children. Okay, so, but if you have kids, I have 2 kids. I have a son and a daughter. I definitely treat, and I have basically a stepson. He's not a stepson yet, but he just turned 17 and he is 6'7". And then I have another little one who is 7. So 4 kids basically total in all. And yes, I do talk to them about crypto. And the other half tries to act like she cares that I talk about crypto. You know, she doesn't. So I know the more I talk about crypto, the more I know I will not have more kids. So what do you guys think? How do you feel about tonight? Ty just wrote, he says, I thank you. You are giving info that I'm not seeing anywhere else. Peter Chung says, Brad Garlinghouse address to his team shows that he is a person who is concerned, prudent, hungry, level-headed, realistic, but all above, he is concerned about others. Absolutely, I agree. And Ty, you are welcome, brother. You know, I'm just here to chit-chat with you. I never expect to have 70,000 followers on YouTube. I actually put a lot of content that demonetizes my channel, so I make no money from my channel whatsoever. I make money from trading, from doing what I do in my company, which I don't even pitch that on here either. So I know we got a lot of newbies, so you can come to the Zoom and the Telegram group. If you want to know more about that, you're more than welcome to shoot me a message on Telegram, and we can talk about it there, man. I'm here to help you guys make money. I help you guys to educate you about the space. If I wanted clicks, I'd start putting things like XRP to $35 million, and I'd probably get 100,000 clicks on my channel. But I don't do that. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to talk about what I see, what I invest in, and the research that we do. And we're going to have a conversation, man. And the main thing I need you to know is this is Christ above all things. Christ above all things. One more time. Christ above all things. That is what I am about. And this is why a community for those who love Christ and like crypto, right? The love of money is the root of all evil, not money, right? So if we love money above all things, that means we don't love Christ above all things. And I think that's important. You look at Solomon, he asked for wisdom, God gave him everything. You look at Job, he went through his horrible, horrible time, but when he was done, God blessed him twice as much. Okay, twice as much as he had before. David, he was a shepherd. God made him a king. Okay? Then he also does the opposite. Some people give everything up for the kingdom. Some people give every dollar away for the kingdom. Paul, for instance. Paul was up there, way, way up there, and he gave everything away to serve Christ. So I think that's important to see. There is, as long as your priorities are right, Ty, you're in a good place, my man. You are in a good place as long as your priorities are right. Okay? Peter Chung says he is a type of person who I would love to work for and invest in his vision. XRP to the moon, baby. You know what, Peter Chung? This is what you got on right now. This is what you got on right now. This is what you got on. We got to get you some of these, Peter. We got to get you some of these, man. We got to get you some of these. You know what these are? You know what these are? These are moon boots. We got to get Peter Chung some moon boots. Guys, if you made it so far in the stream this far in the stream, please hit that like button for me. You know, still got to build the algorithm. We want people to watch. If there's some information you liked in here today, please hit the like button. You know, share. My Twitter definitely gets popping. I think I've gained almost 2,000 followers since I started this channel. We're at over 42 or 420 something subscribers. So we're growing, man. God's going to do his thing through this channel. If you guys don't know, on Saturdays, on the Sabbath, I actually record Sunday. Sunday, I call them the Sunday scriptures. I record on the Sabbath. I record it. I do some scripture, like a little mini sermon for what, the Spirit tells me. I walk through it, and that's pretty much it. So on Monday through Friday, I hang out, and so I'm just hanging out with you guys. But man, you got your boom boots on yet, Peter? You got your moon boots? That's what you need right there. You need some moon boots, brother. You need some moon boots for you. Okay? So, what is going on here? Let's see here. 424 subscribers. That's cool. I'm down for that. Thank you guys so much here. Man, see, this is my Twitter. It is blowing. My Twitter blows up. I put a lot of research on there. So if you guys are already following me on Twitter, awesome. If not, check it out. Oh, this is funny. I put this up today. So all this talk about digital dollars got me thinking. Here's what a 5 megabyte hard drive looked like in 1956. The IBM model could only hold about 6 images on its 5 megabytes. They were able to lease the storage for $3,000 a month, or today, 10x more than that, $30,000 because of inflation. This right here, my friends, think of the progress we're going to make in another 50 years. Think of the progress we're going to make in another 50 years. How insane is that? I should follow IBM. Let's give them a follow. So, anything else you guys want to know why I'm here? Maddie Devine says you could throw your account up on library and have it auto mitigate. 100 views is $3 on library approximately. What I don't want to do, Maddie, is I don't want to pay for my views, brother. I want them to come naturally. I want people to watch. If I'm throwing it up, I don't even know. I just know library's a coin right now. Library, you talking about library TV? I've been on here before. I think somebody sent me this in the chat. I watched something about Joe Biden being a creep. I think that's what I watched here. But one thing my internet, everything is running so slow right now. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to pay for views. I'm going to pay for views. That's you being paid? Oh, I'm being paid. Okay, I'm just looking at these little things here. I forgot I was streaming for a second and I started looking at these over here. I think that's pretty much it for the night. This is how you know it's later in the night. I think I am done for the night. Let's see, got some notifications here. Let's see. Okay, Neil just said, great work as always. Chosen One, shout out for the subscribe. He just subscribed. Thank you, sir. Christopher Campos wrote, Lee Lodeca. So appreciate you guys. I think, you know what? Guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. I think this stream is over for now. I hope you guys enjoyed today. It's a little more chill today. This is where I was at. This was where I was relaxing. So I hope you guys had time. I enjoyed being with you. I appreciate you guys spending your time to be with me. And you know what that means now, right? You know what that means. Now, guys, it is time to do what I do, and I have to read you the scripture before I sign off. And now, I just opened up to, let's see here. I just opened up to Jeremiah, and this is what I just found here. And it might not make any sense, but I'm going to read it to you anyway. Jeremiah 38, verse 2. Jeremiah was telling all the people when he said, "This is what the Lord says: whoever stays in the city will die by the sword, famine, or plague. But whoever goes over to the Babylonians will live. They will escape with their lives. They will live." Yeah, that's what I opened up to, so that's what I read to you. I will not give you the background on that, though, but he was trying to tell people to leave that, and that's when he was pushing them to the Babylonians to be in captivity for another 400 years. But we won't talk about that at this moment. Anyway, in the meantime, I just really appreciate you guys. I thank you guys so much. I thank you guys so much. I appreciate who you are, and I appreciate everything about you. Tomorrow, we're going to do episode 74, and I don't know if I'm going to live stream or not yet. I might get on there and live stream for 30 minutes and keep it nice and short. I don't know yet. Probably. But for now, I'm going to call it a night, guys. So I truly appreciate you. Thank you for everyone who hung out with me tonight. I know today was a little chill, just so much information. I was running around, had the interview. If you haven't checked out the interview yet, go check out the interview, man, right here. Episode 73, Bilal Hamoud from the Index Exchange. He runs the very first exchange in Canada that held XRP as a token. This guy is big deal. He is XRP heavy. Go listen to what he had to say about it. And I think you should check out their exchange because I appreciate them. So, without further ado, guys, this is your boy Christian Israel, and you are tuned into the New Creation Capital Podcast. This is a place where we talk about stories that focus on current events, the stock market, and yes, digital assets. Tonight was Christ in Crypto live stream, and we talked about Ripple because Brad Garlinghouse spoke. And he speaks. In crypto, we listen. So I hope you guys had a wonderful time tonight because where we go one, we go all. I hope you guys are being safe out there. Nothing I say is financial advice, but you should always buy low and sell high anyway, right? Why not make a pretty penny? Guys, this is a new you, a new future, and a new creation. Until next time, guys, peace and love. God loves you all. God bless, guys. Later, everybody.